This video presentation of VRNG Inc. It's a NASDAQ listed stock trading under ticker VRNG. See from this 9-month chart, pretty much stuck in a channel throughout 2013. Now granted, it's a pretty wide channel from around $2.60 to realistically up around $3.60. But I noticed last week's trading, looks like the stock's trying to make a higher low this time and not dipping all the way back down to that bottom support. So I want to pay attention this week to see if it's going to move higher and potentially try and take out this 200-day moving average and start trying to trend above that level. Looks like a bullish cross of the MACD could be coming as part of a longer-term uptrend. It'd be the first time a bullish cross would happen over top of zero. It's back here in early 2013 where it was trending right around zero, but never really gained much strength. Looks like it's a stronger move this time, indicating that the trend is gathering a little bit of steam. So I want to pay attention for that MACD to hold over top of zero and drop that bullish cross, and then come through and try and make a new higher high. This is a pretty neutral look to the ADX, not showing a great deal of strength in any direction. But again, you can't really expect too much at this point with the way the stock is just kind of trending sideways in a box. Like the MFIs are all registering above 50 readings, and also the fact that the longer terms, the 14 and 21, have been primarily holding over top of 50 now for a couple months. Again, those are signs of strength in the chart. Accumulation distribution, just pretty much going sideways. I get a little bit of a different read from the Chaikin money flow, which is based upon the accumulation distribution. But by climbing upward, in the red, selling pressure was dominant, but you could see it was subsiding by moving back towards zero. And now trying to hold in the green, signaling that buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure over 20-period increments. Now, by the same token, I will note that at this point, that buying pressure is losing a little bit of steam. So I'll be looking for it to hold this zero level, but then also push higher to show even greater strength and more accumulation going on than selling. Pretty neutral reading to the CCI, right around zero. Stock's trading near its mean price over 20-period increment. Full stow, down below 20, just tells me that there's no bullish momentum in the play. Readings over top of 50 indicate a much stronger momentum. Down oversold territory, it's going to have to make a climb to show any real strength. The trick's a very smoothed out indicator of trend. It does have a nice uptrend going and making higher lows. And again, like the MACD, holding over top of zero is a key point for the tricks. RSI's got a little bit of a curl going on. Readings at 50 indicate the bulls and bears are fighting to gain control of momentum. So just pay attention to see who wins that battle this coming week. See if this RSI's can move and hold over top of 50. Now, of course, the big thing for me, what caught my eye about it, is I could put a bottom support all the way down here at 260, 265, 263, somewhere in that area. And I also see a little bit more right up around 275. That would be the primary spot I'd be looking for this stock to hold. Closing at 299. I like to try and keep stop losses within 10%. And that is a pretty decent area of support. So I'd have my eye peeled if the stock size come back down on holding that 275 area. What I'm really looking for is this to continue. See, the 50-day moving average is tucked in there. All the shorter-term moving averages are tucked in together. When I start to see those things happening, I look for a bigger move to come. And with this 200-day starting to work its way down into the mix, that's been a pretty strong area of resistance for it. You can see in 2013, it's only closed above that 200-day on 2 different occasions. That's the key upside spot for me. I want to see if it can break and hold above that 200-day, because it is going to meet some resistance from a static standpoint right around that same area. You can see it runs right through, really from a static standpoint, of around $3.20 up to around $3.35. So there's no reason to suspect that that's not going to be a very tough spot for this price per share to try and push through. But if it does, there's a real nice upside, because resistance is kind of choppy going forward from there. See some more up near $4 and then more near old highs well above $5. So I just think this chart's in a position where it's going to have to try and make a decision if it's going to push or if it'll fall to the downside. And I don't believe it'll continue to hold that for a long time. It will break through it eventually if it keeps testing that lower support. But right now it looks like the bulls are starting to take control a little bit, and the chart's giving some hints of some upward pressure. Volume's not too much of an issue with this place. 770,000 shares traded. That's about average for it. There's plenty of liquidity. Moves towards the resistance. I want to see volume increasing. That's the type of thing I'd be looking for during this week to see if this is going to take on a lot more bullish momentum and try and blow through that 200-day. So those are the things that I'll be looking for in VRNG. But as always, it's merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.